right, we are live. Shalom, Israel. Clap it up. Clap it up. Clap it up. Once again, Shalom, Israel. We are the ISUPK, the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, established in 1969, 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York. We are led by Commander General Yana. We are not affiliated with any other organization.
That's right.
Just to remind myself, turn your phones off. If you're in the room, if you're at home, do the same just for the hell of it, I guess. So today is Wednesday. We are coming to you live from the Twin Cities, Minnesota School. I'm Priest Officer 1000 among the bar. So we have Wednesday law class, scripture breakdown and law class. One scripture that a brother wanted to go over was in Ezekiel. And if anybody has any questions online in the room, feel free to ask. But the brother had a topic on Ezekiel chapter 33. You start at verse 1. If you want to start that from the top.
Come. Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 1. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy peoples, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast.
Now, of your coast too. Now, again, people are going to try to make this a very broad thing. We're not to choose or align ourselves with any leader that's not of our people. So when it says, of the coast, upon the land, of the land, Elijah was never called an Israelite. He was only ever called a Tishbite. But everybody still acknowledges the fact that he was an Israelite. So tonight for the people just not to be so close-minded that when it says the word coast here that it could be anybody, just somebody within the borders or something like that. How they might read like the word stranger, sojourner, in the Old Testament, being in thy gates, that could just be some weary traveler. No, it is it's still an Israelite. It's still a man after your own kind. And actually we're gonna get that verse too, just to kind of corroborate this claim. So we'll keep reading on that.
Okay, so like this, sir.
You got it.
And send him for their watchmen. If when he see the sword come upon the land, he blows the trumpet and warn the peoples. Then whosoever hear the sound of the trumpet and take not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
So all right. So let's get a context on what we're talking about here. First, the priest I want to pull up Deuteronomy 17 and 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. So there's going to be somebody that the Lord elects, just like he elected Saul, elected David. We are to follow that order. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. So now it's got that word stranger in there. So this is not going to be talking about a Gentile or another man of another nation.
That's
It's
right.
going to be talking about a fellow Israelite. You are not to take any participation of first off, the voting system. Don't step into the voting booth. That's never worked out for people anyway. Even their own people who they designed the system for, that thing don't work out. But we are not to align ourselves under any man, any brother. Well, I should say any man that is not a brother. So just to give some relevancy to, if the people in verse 1, in verse 2, it's like if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, that's not going to be somebody from a heathen nation. That's going to be a fellow Israelite. Start from verse 3 again, Baba Kushal.
If when he see the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the
So
people.
now this term sword, this has always been biblically used as a metaphor for, for war, for weaponry, things like that, for strife, for danger, for death, for judgment. It's a sword. Well, what else do we do with swords? Um, they're not just for decoration. We don't use the sword for gardening. We might use a machete or cleaver or something like that, to butcher the livestock. But normally when you got like a sword, like your sword, like the one that you're gonna take the war with you, the one that you're gonna defend your home with, that's not just some menial tool. Like your sword was something very distinct and separate, distinguished among the rest. So when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he bloweth the trumpet. He gonna sound off. He gonna warn the people. He's the watchman. That's his job. This is his duty to give the people a fair warning about what's going on. All right, keep going. Verse 4.
Then whosoever hear the sound of the trumpet and take not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
This is something that the UPK has been doing since 1969. We've been blowing that trumpet. We've been
That's
sounding
right.
the alarm. We've been sounding the alarm. And people don't. A lot of people don't want to hear it. They hear the sound. They see us on YouTube. They see us on social media. They see us in real life on the streets. I know they saw us in New York in Times Square.
That's
I know
right.
they saw us in Times Square. We've been out here talking about these issues, bringing awareness to the people. Salaki, shalom, sis. We've been out here as the watchmen. That was established and ordained by the Most High. A lot of people don't like using words like that either, because first off, they cannot validate their pedigree in this truth. They have no substantial backing as to why they should be called a priest or a prophet. They got nothing, no foundation to stand on with that. We do. If you got a dispute with that, no problem. You can call any of the phone numbers. You can go on to any of the Facebook pages, any of the YouTube channels. Kick it with us anywhere over Clubhouse that we might be, any room that we might step into. Cross the Line Radio every Thursday. I mean that's always a very viable option for people to take if you got an art, if you don't like some of the things that we're saying. Otherwise, just sooner or later you're gonna have to get over it. It's kind of crying over spilt milk at this point. So we've been sounding the trumpets, we've been sounding the alarm. Now, if people don't want to listen to that, listen. Whatever happens to them at the end of the day, that's on them.
That's right.
If you a man, if you a brother, or even if you a sister, or maybe you're not, you're something, whatever happened between you and your husband, whatever, and you're not under the care of your father or something, or you're not even in the school, and you hear these words, you hear this trumpet being sounded off, and you do nothing about it, whatever happens to you and your family, Salak, your Lord be with y'all, but that's on you. That's completely your choice. That's gonna be that blood is gonna be on your hands.
That's right.
That there's a lot of menial complications that could be easily avoided, man. Just you gotta follow suit. You gotta keep in tow. Keep going. Verse 5.
He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him. But he that take warning shall deliver his soul.
Like, this should do something to you. Like, if you care about your people, you should be over here. If you're mad about the conditions of so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you should be rocking with us. You should be doing everything in your power to help facilitate food and clothing drives. If we need a space to gather for any events, you should be opening up them doors. You should be pitching in any money that you can donate for it, along with paying your tithes. and these are gonna be the things that help secure your life and your family, your health and your happiness. It's not just paying out of pocket. It's as little and overlooked as not eating pork, not doing drugs. Um, so many other facets of this today's society that is very accepting, but ultimately detrimental to our way of life, our culture, our records, our history. That this world goes completely against it. But now, if you're gonna hear that trumpet, if you're gonna take the warning, man, you're gonna deliver your soul.
That's
You're
right.
gonna help save your family. Now, you might save your family from how would I say? They got to seek their own salvation with the Lord, but you can help build a hedge around them, so that you're being taught right, you're being protected. But if they're going against the rules that you've established based off the Bible in your house, again, that judgment is going to be on them. That blood's going to be on them.
That's right.
Let me pull this one scripture real quick. Read that from the top of 5 again, Bible Prashad.
Verse 5. He hears the sound of the trumpet and take not warning, his blood shall be upon him. But he that take warning shall deliver his soul.
There you go. And I think that ties in real good with Joshua chapter 24. Let's see, I want to start at 14. Joshua 24 and 14, if you could pull that too.
That's the Old Testament.
Yep.
You say what verse? Chapter?
14. No, it's like 24 and 14. It should be like right after Deuteronomy, I think.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, Joshua 24 and 14. Now therefore fear the Lord.
It's a smart thing to do. Like we were reading yesterday, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of understanding. And that's the beginning of your wisdom.
That's right.
It's a smart thing to do. Be fearful of the Most High, how He can punish you, and the complications that come in life for disobedience. Keep going, man.
And serve Him in sincerity and in truth.
Don't just be in the truth. If the for example, the prospect of multiple wives, if that's what brought you into the truth, no sweat. Just don't let that be the only motivation for keeping God's law.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's at some point like that, that's going to be a point of contention for you. And it's like, if you could get the door real quick to wrap up here. That's going to be a point of contention, and it's just going to lead to your downfall, your destruction. Don't let it be that empty and just based off of something that, that weak. It's nothing wrong, again, if that's what, kind of sparks your interest to bring you into the truth. Some of them do it for power in the nation, for rank and nobility. Nothing wrong with that either. Just don't let that be the only reason. But you got to serve it. You know how to open it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Serve Him in sincerity and in truth, and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood. So this is talking about before Noah. Hey, shalom, Christ. You want to jump in here right away? I got one in the freezer for you. I count. And put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood and in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord. So again, this is talking about what happened before the flood, pre-Noah. The gods that the man was worshiping at that point, very, very primal, very pagan. And in Egypt, which would have been a very pagan, uh, pagan, damn, what's the word I'm looking for? Damn, if only I could just start making up my own words, that'd get me through the day, I think. But the gods, like in their hierarchy in Egypt, it was a little bit more sophisticated than what they would have had, like, before Noah and all that. To a point, just because of how they had, made the statues and all the paintings and carvings and things like that, a little more ceremonial. But talking about, you got to put, you got to fear the Most High. You got to serve Him with sincerity and truth. Put away the gods, idol worship and false gods, and serve the Lord, serve the Most High. Verse 15. And if it seem, if it's all right, so like if I could just finish this, verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom ye will serve. I mean, just get on with it. At this point, just make up your damn mind. You don't want to serve the Most High because for whatever reason it seems evil unto you. There's nothing wrong with not eating pork and shrimp and crab and lobster. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not going to damage your health at all. Nobody's going to make fun of you. Nobody's gonna ostracize you at the Passover because you're not eating unclean foods. There's nothing wrong with not celebrating Christmas. We can give each other gifts, any day of the week to show any type of love or appreciation, or just gratitude, or just to hook a brother up, just to hook a sister up for whatever reason. It could be it could be over nothing. It could be a very small thing that you wouldn't believe how far that goes for camaraderie in this truth. But just choose who you're gonna serve. Either you're gonna serve the Most High or you're not gonna serve the Most High. You want to serve Horus and Seth and deal with whatever kind of weirdo thing that they had going on, man. Listen, that's your life. That's your choice. But you've heard the trumpets. You heard the trumpet sounding off. If you're gonna make that choice, the blood is gonna be on your hands. So real quick, just to finish this off, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwelt, but as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
We're gonna serve the Lord. Now with that, Salaki, I'm gonna pass over the priest and officer 5,000 to Ra.
Yeah. Let's give that mighty man a hand again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that, like he was saying, ain't nothing wrong with, not eating pork and all of that. And even if you do get a little persecution behind it, man, how can you say you serving Christ when you ain't getting no persecution at all?
Right.
I mean, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, that type of persecution should actually encourage you. Be like, man, I'm doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Right. And here's the thing about it also, too, is you trust these people. That's the thing about it. You know what I'm saying? You trust these people, the people that sit there and tell you that would actually, try and persuade you to eat that. You have a element of trust for them. And that's the crazy thing about it. And as far as speaking of trust, well, just as my suspicions concerning Donald Trump, right? I was suspecting that with the whole thing with Donald Trump, that they were actually, when they raided his mansion, I was right. When they raided his mansion, okay. When they raided his mansion, take a guess of what they was looking for. I mentioned it in about 2 classes ago. Go ahead.
Document.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, hell yeah. Somebody, hey, clap it up. This man been paying attention. Yeah. That's true. That's true with Kawan right there. He been paying attention. Yeah. And that's exactly what they found, was the document. That's what they was hunting for the whole time, them damn documents. They knew they weren't gonna find no weapons of mass destruction in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But here's the funny thing about it, though. One of the reasons why Trump talked as loftily as he did is because he trusts the system.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, hell, the system will turn against white people too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing, that's one of the reasons why, they raise our women up to destroy us and stuff like that. But they have to do damage control even among their own people because there's so damn many of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, in America, I mean, damn, I think they do outnumber everybody in America. So when you are like this many and you're trying to rule over this many, you got to hurt some of your own people too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got to hurt some of your own. You are the top. They're already evil as hell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the house of whiteness is not built on love. You see what I'm saying? It only seems like it is because we in the midst. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the poor white gets their, sense of comfort and everything from. You know what I'm saying? Because they figure, well, at least, I'm poor. Poor, practice incest and all of that, but at least I ain't one of those ninjas. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Or those pigs. You know what I'm saying? They figure at least they ain't that. And here's the funny thing about it is Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we think that because we have something in common with them because they're poor too. No, they don't see it that way.
Right.
Because in their mind, even though they're poor, they're still rich.
That's
because they come out there and get the opportunities that you can't get.
Right.
Go ahead.
I know this sister left there with this old Edomite. She won some lottery. So
She won a
get
what?
The lottery.
Oh, okay.
She get Edomite about $400,000. Boy, she called her every derogatory racist she can.
Wait a minute, say that again.
The Edomite woman, the sister gave her about $400,000.
Gave the Edomite woman $400,000.
Yeah. And she got them. She called her all kinds.
How much did the sister win?
She won about $1 million or something.
Only $1 million?
Yeah.
She gave some Edomite 400 grand. I thought the woman that hit the lottery, maybe 50 million or something. You know what I'm saying? And the Edomite figured she was being shorted.
$100,000 or something. She got a nice sum of the money. And she gave them she had called all kinds of N-words and shit. It was there on the news in Chicago.
That's pretty messed up. She was probably wanting to kill her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that goes on a lot too. Here's the thing. The whole thing about trust. You said that you put money, power, positions, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? All right, go ahead.
Yeah, that Edomite, this brother, he won some lottery too. Had an Edomite woman.
Right.
And she had him killed and buried him in the backyard of the pool.
Hey, let's get matter of fact. Come on, I got a change of the opening up scripture. Let's get that scripture. He who giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. Let's go. I'm gonna open with that one. I was gonna open with another one, but I'm gonna go ahead and open with that one since we on this topic. You know what I'm saying? This is a law class, but the subject of this specific law class is trust.
That's
You know what I'm saying? You damn sure can't trust everybody. And you got to prove a friend. Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 22, verse 16. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall.
And he that what?
Giveth to the rich.
And well, you know what? And also, too, what it talks about giving to the rich is talking about giving to the proud also. Now, remember the scripture when it said, if thy enemy hunger, feed them, right? Remember that. Right. But then there's a place in there that said, if thy enemy hungered. You ever notice Jesus didn't run around feeding the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the scribes, did he? You know what I'm saying? He fed the poor people. You know what I'm saying? The people that didn't have nothing, the people who was being beat in pieces by the Pharisees, Sadducees, and the scribes, and being overtaxed by the Romans and being mightily oppressed, because that was all going on too. And these Roman governors and all of that was actually controlling Jerusalem and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And they was getting, we had more taxation, you know what I'm saying, per capita than anybody else on the face of the planet during that time. You know what I'm saying? They taxed everybody. Rome taxed everybody, no doubt. But guess who bear the brunt of the taxation, though? Anybody know? What?
Us.
Yes. And that's one of the reasons why Nazareth was so poor, where Christ come out of. That's one of the reasons why it was so poor. You see what I'm saying? Nazareth was probably the poorest place in all, you know what I'm saying, in all Judea. You know what I'm saying? That's why they said, can anything good come from Nazareth?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because Nazareth actually fell, you know what I'm saying? And just like what it talks about in Lamentations. You know what I'm saying? When it talks about the fall of the sons of, you know, that came up out of Nazareth. How, remember it said they were whiter than snow. It means they were blameless. Not talking about their skin complexion or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Talking about that they were blameless. Nobody's white as snow except for a leper. You see what I'm saying? Somebody with albinism, an albino. You know what I'm saying? White people are not white, they're red.
Right.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Their blood shows in the skin, and they have some, you know, melanin in their skin. That's why they can tan. You see what I'm saying? A lot of them can tan, but you know, even the like the Polish types, the real white types. You know, some of them a lot of them can also tan. They have some form of melanin in their skin. You see what I'm saying? Without that, they just burn instantly. You see what I'm saying? You know, albinos burn real easy. They can't be out there like that. You see what I'm saying? They can't be out there under the sun's rays like that. You know, even their eyelashes are blonde too. You know, and eyelashes are actually made kind of like, you know, built-in sun visors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, the albino's eyes is messed up too. You see what I'm saying? Just because, you know, because of stuff like that. And also too, the pigment of the eye, he doesn't have, you know, much pigment in the eye. You see what I'm saying? Any pigment at all in the eye. And that's why their eyes are so light sensitive and stuff like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and read that again.
Proverbs chapter 22, verse 16. He that oppressed the poor to increase his riches, and he that gives to the rich shall surely come to want.
Yes, that, like I said, that's the reason why Christ didn't go and start feeding the rich people. That's the type of stuff that we would do nowadays.
Right.
Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, that's the type of stuff that we do nowadays. We'd go right past. I remember when all that stuff was going on down in Louisville, you know, and I caught a report back when I was, you know, still the camp leader over, you know, Kentucky and everything. And I caught a report that was pretty bad concerning, the brother went into some detail about, you know, the event and everything and what went down and everything. He said this sister there, one in bullhorn bras, you know what I'm saying? You know, she come with cold waters, walked right past them, and gave it to the devils that were standing there with the, you know, with the ARs and all of that. Gave it to them.
Sister?
You see, yeah, of course, yes. Yeah, them bullhorn broads ain't on our side. Believe that. Go ahead. I'm gonna go into all of that stuff too. Go ahead.
Bullhorn.
Yeah, you know, the ones that always, you know, protesting and the college broads and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Little ghetto gaggers. You know, go ahead.
You said I love them against us.
Hell yeah, they're against us. I just call a spade a spade.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, they're against us. You know, a lot of times it's best to avoid them type of broads at all costs. I'm just saying, keep it all the way real and keep your own peace of mind.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Keep it all the way real. Yeah, they the seed of Israel, this and that. But see, here's the thing: nature has flipped. You know, I mean, they have, this land has reversed nature,
Right.
and done made the unnatural the natural.
Right. Come on.
In her newfound nature, it's natural for her to lust after another woman, and for her to lust after an Edomite man, and for her to lust after anything, and then hate us. This is the new nature. You know what I'm saying? This is the new nature. This is what it means to be broken. You know what I'm saying? You know, broken is a process. It's like breaking a horse.
Right.
A horse by nature is not A horse's nature, you think a horse's nature is for you to get up on his goddamn back? Go ahead.
That's where I was looking at, that what something you say about a horse, a dumb horse, the word is called asinine. The definition of the meaning is, got what it, marked by, what's it, marked by invaluable exercise intelligence or sound judgment. Some of our people is dumb like a horse.
Yeah, yeah. And think about it. Horses are called what? What do they call breaking a horse? They call it being what? Taking a wild horse and taming it. Go ahead.
Maybe, I don't know if I'm going to domesticated.
Yeah, you own it, but they got a specific name, saddle broke.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Being saddle broke because naturally horses in the wild, you ain't gonna ride on this. He gonna kick your ass all over. You know what I'm saying? He gonna kick your ass all the way. You know what I'm saying? Across town some damn where. Go
That's
ahead.
how he did our wound. He broke our wounds and turned on us.
Exactly. Yeah. So now that became her new nature.
Right.
Just like when you read the Willie Lynch letter.
Right.
Right? The Willie Lynch letter uses the metaphorically speaking of breaking a horse, breaking that mare and breaking that stud. You see what I'm saying? So now, what's the nature of the horses in Churchill Downs? What is the nature of them now? The new nature. Go ahead.
I know they like to be dominant in the household. I thought he wear the pants.
No, I'm talking about the horse. I'm talking about an actual horse.
Oh, the actual horse?
Yeah, at Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky, where I'm from, or any horse track. What is the nature?
They used to run around free.
Yeah, that's the old nature.
Now he broken down.
That's the original nature. But now, Churchill Downs, yeah, they let you pet them, let you hop up on them and ride them. Yeah, they kick and buck every now and then, you know what I'm saying? But then, a person but every time they step a little out of place, if you know about horses, you gotta know how to get them in place. Me, I don't know much about horses. Me, myself, I had the opportunity to walk horses and everything with my, friends when I was a teenager. They knew how to do that stuff. I didn't know nothing about it. Go ahead.
I don't trust her. I see a horse be up, man, on YouTube.
Yeah, and they will bite you.
Yeah, you bite, don't.
Yeah, you actually really got to have a love for them like that. You know what I'm saying? I love watching horses and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I think that man was doing something to that horse.
He probably was because they abuse those animals.
Yeah.
There's just like in the dog races, the dog tracks where they race them greyhounds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead.
You see on YouTube that guy was slapping that donkey.
Yeah. I think I did see that.
That thing turned on his ass.
Yeah, and didn't he try to ride it or something? And afterwards, that damn thing drug him all over. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that right there. But see, here's the thing that became the new nature, saddle broken. So that is also the nature with her. And here's the thing: she has power that also backs her in that too.
Right.
She has a principality over her. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem right there. And that's the same problem that they had during the time of Jezebel. You know what I'm saying? That was the same problem that was back during the time of Jezebel. I tell you who put a stop to that damn problem. King Artaxerxes, he's a damn heathen. And he put a stop to that. You know what I'm saying? When Vashti, you know what I'm saying? Because they had just took over the Babylonian Empire. And he had like Vashti, who was Babylonian herself. If she wasn't that by nature, she, you know what I'm saying? She was that in spirit. That's why she rebelled against him and didn't want to come forth when he was going to bring her in front of, you know what I'm saying, the other nobles from all over the earth so that they could see her beauty. And he fixed her ass. You know what I'm saying? And he said, you know what? She ain't going to come before me ever again. You know what I'm saying? That's when he started looking for another rib. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. And he had gave her the title queen, which was a bad thing for him to do, but he was a heathen, and that's what heathens did. You know what I'm saying? They made queens, But he made that rule to where every woman's supposed to give honor to her husband, you know what I'm saying? From the great all the way down to the small, regardless of how that man was. And he made that a law throughout the 137 provinces. You know what I'm saying? Which was actually consisted of the whole world at that time. Because this side of the world wasn't known about, because this is where the Gadites and everything were already at. You know what I'm saying? To hide them away. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that was the known world at that time. You know, he didn't trust no broad, you know what I'm saying? That was a good thing, you know. And then there's also a scripture that talks about proving a friend. Let's go into that one, to prove a friend. You know what I'm saying? You got to prove a friend. You know, and you don't have many friends in life. You know what I'm saying? You have people that you associate with. Go ahead.
I ain't got none, so UPK on.
Right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, and even in, you know, what the definition of a friend actually is someone that is like unto you. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, like King David and Jonathan. Now, they were friends. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I can't read it in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. It's one of the love in their own nation instead of friends of your own nation. Something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, that's a different kind of friend. That's more of on a high level, a diplomatic type of level and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? A person that is a friend of his nation, he go to another nation and represent his nation strongly without yielding to the other nation. Because he's a friend. But I'm talking about, you know, friend like King David and Jonathan were. Like King Solomon and the son of Nathan the prophet. You see what I'm saying? This is somebody that thinks like, you know, just like between the Most High and Abraham and the Most High and Moses. Because they thought just like the Lord think. You know what I'm saying? They think like how he thinks. You go ahead.
I just got the scripture whenever you're ready.
Oh, okay. You go ahead. Let's drop the scripture.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 6, verse 7. If thou wouldst get a friend, prove him first.
Yes.
And be not hasty to credit him.
Yes, be not hasty. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, befriending the wrong people, we already know how that can go. You know what I'm saying? If we done befriended the wrong people in the world, and, you know, and they got us in situations.
Right.
And sometimes we were the wrong friend ourselves.
Oh,
go ahead.
Yeah, I feel you on that too. You know, sometimes I befriend some people that came out not that well.
Right. You know, a lot of times we done been the wrong friend. You know, ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know I was. You know what I'm saying? I was the wrong friend. You know, I mean, the niggas that got smoking weed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That didn't smoke weed at first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, it's straight up. I mean, you know, go ahead.
Yeah, you did friends some of these brothers, man, you let them in your house. You just like a sneaky posse. You want to spy all your weakness. Just be frauding and take every damn deed.
Yeah, I done seen that. I done seen that several times. I done seen people. Seen people that actually done got killed by the same person that they befriended. You know what I'm saying? I remember one situation, you know, in Louisville, where, you know, it was a brother that befriended, you know, a dude and his wife and everything. But they didn't know. They knew, but it's funny because they knew about this dude, but they thought that they were just so cool with him. Dude was a contract killer. You know what I'm saying? He was a young guy too. He wasn't that old. He was only about 27, 28. He was a professional killer. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of hits for like a lot of big drug dealers. But here's the thing about him. If you've seen this type of dude, if you've seen this guy, you would never known that he was that type of dude. He wasn't no loud dude. He wasn't no, you know what I'm saying, dude that act tough all the time and stuff like that. I done met the dude several damn times. He done been to the, you know what I'm saying? I never knew that he was like that. And he was actually cousins to some people that I grew up with, you know, back when we knew that he was just a baby back then, you know what I'm saying? But that's what he did, you know what I'm saying? And there was one of the ways that he would, and he had his host of friends. People liked him, even though they knew what he done, what he did for a living. You know, this guy sell dope, this guy does this guy does that. His thing, and he killed people. Go ahead.
You found a lot of people like that, probably that wickedness guy. I guess they don't know the word of the Lord. They didn't know the guy was evil. He wouldn't know it.
Yeah, but see, they caught up in the same vortex he caught up in.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That whole hustler thing, You know what I'm saying? You be around a lot of times, that's gonna lead you to be around killers a lot of the times. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, normally if you was drug dealer, killer, hustler, something like that, you're probably not in the same circle of friends as like the city librarian.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Your circle of friends, even though you might not be that,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You might not be no killer. You might not be a drug dealer in a lot of instances. But you know what I'm saying? A lot of times, you know these dudes, it's something that attracts you to them dudes because you know them from the hood. You know what I'm saying? You know them from the neighborhood. They know you. You ain't sold a crumb yet. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you know, or killed nobody yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, that whole thing right there, I mean, you know, that whole vortex right there, you know, and everybody knew him, they knew his family, you know what I'm saying? And this guy had a blood trail that lead all the way from goddamn Florida up to Indiana and back to Louisville. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere he went, where he had family at, you know what I'm saying? He killed so many people in Florida that he had to run from Florida to go up to Indiana. And he killed people in Indiana because he stayed with his dad in Indiana. He killed people up there. And he's like, look, man, you gotta go, man. You know what I'm saying? If the price was right, $7,000 to $10,000, you know what I'm saying? He's offering you, you know what I'm saying? And people knew he had that reputation, and the big drug dealers would call upon him every time they wanted somebody eliminated. You know what I'm saying? And he ran across this couple. And it was sad, man. You know what I'm saying? But he ran across this couple, you know, and a lot of people knew them. They was real cool. They was real cool people and everything. But think about it, they tooted that powder. And they was in that game and they had, you know, the stash and this and that. And I guess somebody didn't really like him and figured, hey, this nigga moving in on my territory. And he got better blow than me. And he got better deals than me. So I got to get rid of him. And they went and hollered at him. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. And he befriended them and everything, set up in the crib. And then one day he pulled that pistol on him. And somebody from the next door said they heard somebody say, they heard him say, man, don't kill my wife. He killed his wife first. He shot and killed her first. And then they heard him say, man, don't kill me. You know what I'm saying? Then he killed him, you know, and he had the kids go in the bathroom, you know what I'm saying, and lock the door, you know, while he killed their parents in the living room. And he winded up on first 48, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Did he get caught behind it?
He didn't get tried behind it because somebody killed him before, because he tooted that blow. And a lot of times he had a little, once he, you know, where's it tooting that blow and they already damn killing ain't no thing to him.
Right.
And then they try to find certain dudes because he would break into houses and stuff too. He would do that, you know what I'm saying? And things like that. And so he told the dude that he used to cop from and everything, because when the hits die down, you got to find another hustle because somebody don't need somebody killed every day. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, you know, when contract killers don't have a hit, you know what I'm saying? They go to selling dope and hustling and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was doing. And he was copping from this one dude. And the dude, you know what I'm saying, gave him, they gave him, the dude didn't rip him off because everybody knows this guy's reputation. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's not loud and he don't wear it like that. But everybody knows this dude killing is no thing to him. So he went and tooted up majority of what the dude sold to him. And then he called him up. He was like, man, what you gave me ain't right. Wasn't right. And the dude was like, man, what you talking about? He's like, man, it's not right. He's like, so you know what it is when I see you. Dude's like, oh, knowing his reputation, he caught him first and murdered him right in the projects, leaving from the store. Go ahead.
Verse 8, for some man is a friend for his own occasion.
Yes. Yeah. For his own occasion, for what actually benefits him. You know what I'm saying? He don't give a damn about you. You can go under the bus. Go ahead.
Can a woman be like that too?
Can a who?
A woman be like that, just be your credit for
Hell yeah, a woman can be like that. As a matter of fact, that's the topic that I was gonna go on next. Mm-hmm.
But he said that's the worst.
She like that with women and men both too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She'll set a broad up, you know what I'm saying? To set her up to get jumped. You know, I was like saying, this is what, I had to save this little Issacharite girl's life in Indianapolis.
I think we told about that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. One more kick and that little girl would have been dead, man. You know what I'm saying? I got that over there just in time. You know what I'm saying? And the little heifers backed off and everything. And the thing about it is, their mother was in on the setup to set that little girl up. Go
I
ahead.
think my neighbors like that.
Say that
I
again.
think one of my neighbors was like that.
Yeah, you gotta certainly watch.
How he approached me one day, he just made himself more suspicious. You know, how he
Right.
looked at that, how he looked at the neighbor's house. And then how he talked so much, like he supposed to be so intelligent about that. Now I started reading research, this guy don't know what he talking about, what he hide.
Right, right. He just sounded like he knew what he was talking about. Yeah, that's a Malachite trick right there. That was Einstein. That was a trick he used to use. A lot of people didn't know that. A lot of people didn't know that's what he would do. That's how he was able to steal a lot of people's, ideas and patent them for himself. Because he'll go and just, he'll sit there and say a little bit of something about what it is that you brought to him concerning an invention or whatever, and then you'll start to trust him. And then next thing you know, you telling him how your stuff worked.
Right.
And then he stole it from you then, and then got it patented it, and nobody know you ever even invented it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? That's a Malachite trick right there.
Okay.
But yes, women. Matter of fact, let's get that scripture. It said, matter of fact, I think it's Malachi or Micah 75. Pink oppresses the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And then just did you brought up the women? You damn sure need to watch these women. Because these women are deadly, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of dudes end up, you know what I'm saying, end up dead or in jail behind these women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Micah chapter 7, verse 5. Trust ye not in a friend.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? The scripture said, prove a friend, right?
Right.
But then at the same time, a lot of times you got to think about, what does this person want? Why is he your friend? Because there's always a reason why a person is your friend. You got to think about why he's actually your friend. You have to think about that. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of times you boil it down, like, man, this nigga's only my friend because my weed is good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I stop having the good weed, where he gonna be at then? You know what I'm saying? Or this dude, me and him was only cool because we run around and getting their bras together. You know what I'm saying? Not even discerning the fact that he'll knock down your bra. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all get money together, right? Oh, that happens, you know what I'm saying? Just like that story with Alpo
Right.
Martinez, you know what I'm saying, and Rich Porter. And then him and the dude, Big Head Gary, he had both of those guys clipped. You see what I'm saying? He had both, and these were his get money friends. These were dudes that even after he had murdered, he referred to them as good dudes. Anybody ever watch those clips on YouTube?
Not on
Yeah, just beat that stuff out, man. There's a lot of insight and a lot of stuff to be learned inside that. Now these guys are friends. They were get money dudes, and their friendship was based on them getting money together. But see, here's the thing. They were also jostling over who the hell was going to be king of, Harlem too. You see what I'm saying? One will break out with the new Benz, and the other will break out with the new Benz. And it's one break out with a truck, and then the other one go break out with a truck. You see what I'm saying? So down the line, where does that start to lead?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Envy and all of that stuff start to come in. And it's to be your friends, because your enemies can't get that close to you a lot of the times. You know what I'm saying? And it be your friends. And their whole relationship was based on getting money. And he said it one time to that dude, the guy, Big Head Gary. He's like, if me and you ever bump heads and everything, one of us got to go. You know what I'm saying? He's like, we ever bump heads, one of us got to go, from DC. And I ain't, he was from Harlem, but he was doing a lot of selling his bricks in DC. And he put the killer on his team, the dude called Big Head Gary. And he's like, if we ever have to bump heads, man, one of us got to go, and I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting money. So one of us got to die. And that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? He set that same guy up just like he set up Rich Porter. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? In the car, had somebody hit him in the back of the head. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
That's how people could be that evil.
Yeah, people can be that evil. You don't be the depths of wickedness and evilness that the heart can get to. You know what I'm saying? You know, the lust of the eyes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Can't be. It can't be content. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
It can't be content. It can't be just satisfied. You know what I'm saying? So everybody want to be the king. And the scripture also says to do nothing. Let's pull the scripture to do nothing by injurious practices. Shouldn't do anything by injurious practices, because a lot of people will injure you to benefit themselves and hurt your reputation, things like that. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say do nothing. But see, here's the thing. On the surface, a lot of the times, they make it like it was a noble, not like they did something noble. Like it was a noble thing. You see what I'm saying? But in reality, the thing was damn evil. You see what I'm saying? Because they sat there and then injured their brother that actually even helped, you know what I'm saying? He could have started the thing, and they just sat there and bumped him out the way, destroyed his reputation, and took what he had, and he got all hauled up, all the shine for themselves. You see what I'm saying? And actually, not sometimes they're not killing the guy, but what they're doing is killing his reputation.
Right.
Killed his reputation. Go ahead.
You can say, if you're done, I got
Yeah, go ahead, Warren.
It's like Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 6. Bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong.
Whoa, wait a minute. Read that part again.
Bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong.
What does this mean? I want to hear somebody break this one down. Okay, yeah, the mighty man stepping forward. Go ahead.
Okay, I think don't do no injurious practice to your neighbor that speak evil, speak bad of you, or
no. See, we starting with the one first. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You run a little bit ahead, and I don't know where you're going with it, but read that part again.
Bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong.
What does it mean to bear hatred to your neighbor for every wrong? Go ahead.
So we deal with this daily, especially in our communities, over the dumbest things, the dumbest grievances or presumptions of disrespect.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, say that again. That's one of the main ones right there too. Presumptions of disrespect. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
The tiniest little problems that we got between us that we can't find a good enough excuse to get over it. Like the brother Hamakubat Iroquois said, holding a grudge.
Yes, exactly. Because see, now just imagine this scenario: if the person is a position of power, right?
Right.
Now he has the ability to hurt the man that he's bearing the grudge against.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He has the power to hurt him. He has the power to stop him from advancing. And you see this stuff happening on jobs all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You see this stuff happening. Go ahead.
That happened to my daughter. She was working at Walmart, and these two girls and this guy all lies and rumors on. She ended up having to quit the job and stuff.
Yeah, this done happened to me. I done had to quit jobs over the same thing. I done had to quit jobs because I figure it's better to go because you see how it's going.
Yeah.
And then silly Negroes come around and be like, man, you could have stayed. You could have no, man. I see where the hell that shit's going. No, I'm not staying.
Right.
Nigga, you trying to have me, you know what I'm saying? You trying to have me flash out and get arrested or something. So you niggas can sit around and laugh and talk about it. Go read that scripture again.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 6. Bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong.
Bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong. You might not want to kill him, but you will want to kill his reputation and
Right.
will want to, kill the way that people view that man. That's evil too. That's evil right there. You know what I'm saying? You might want to kill the way that that person is actually perceived, which will hurt him down the line and will have long-term effects. You see what I'm saying? That's a form of calculated evil. And that's some satanic stuff. And that's what white people do. White people do that. They do that to black people on jobs and stuff all the time.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but here's the funny thing about it is we take on a lot of their ways.
Right.
So now when you go into the scripture, now we know what Christ meant when he said, ye are of your father the devil,
Right.
and the lusts of your father ye will do. Who was he talking to? Who was he talking to? Can anybody tell me? Go ahead.
The oppressor?
No, he wasn't talking about no white man. Go ahead.
No, he was talking to Israelites.
Yes, and he was talking to Israelites that were actually in high positions
Right.
too. He wasn't talking to them poor people.
Right.
He wasn't talking to Lazarus or nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was talking to them people that had power. You see what I'm saying? And a man of power bear a grudge over something stupid and you know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be the most humble out of everybody. He should be the quickest to forgive. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I see a lot of old guys around my house that bear grudge with me for some reason.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Yeah, with that though, these are people that are lost on drugs and all of that. In this context, I'm really talking about people that are in powerful positions.
Okay.
They're not in powerful positions. They can't stop you from getting into any schools or getting, you know what I'm saying? They're not in those type of positions. They run around just jostling over each other over damn 20 piece of crack.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But the people that are in high up positions, you know what I'm saying? The Lord will be angrier with them because they have the power to break people, things like that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the breaking behind stuff like that is really be unjust. And we've always had this damn problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We've always had this problem. And when the Most High had to fix it, it got drastic for certain people. You know what I'm saying? And certain people that you thought would never get punished were the same ones that was there, whose head was on the damn chopping block. You see what I'm saying? What the scripture would say, with the more honor, the more humility. Remember that scripture, anybody?
Yeah, I remember I read about.
With the more honor, the more humility. And another thing too is men can't allow these women to be persuading brothers to do things either.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They can't be, can't allow them to do that. Go ahead.
I heard what Jim Muhammad said. He said, the time you walk out the door, everybody's always trying to manipulate you.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody, by the time, you know what I'm saying, that's why you have to be armed real good inside your house. Because if you sit there and you being destroyed inside your own damn home, and what confidence are you going to have when you step out that damn door?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Every man is supposed to rule his house. That's your kickoff point to go out there in the world and to conquer it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what these people around my house they want to get in and do what they want to do, but I ain't let nobody in. I mean,
what do you?
I don't want this kind of manipulated white people want to go to bed with me, but I'm not playing that.
You got to look, they're not, nowhere near a friend of yours. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, you know what I'm saying? The whole thing with that, I mean, hell, they shouldn't even really be able to, actually come close like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, people like that. I mean, hell, but like I was saying though, when you deal with these, with certain people that are in powerful positions and things like that, let's go into the scripture again. I want everybody to get real familiarized with this. Go ahead.
You want the same one?
Yeah, same one.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 6. Bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong.
Bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong. Because just imagine if the Most High did us like that.
Right.
We'd be in a lot of damn trouble.
Right.
I'll tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Man, what that nigga say back when he was, and then he make his whole judgment of whether you're going to advance or not based on that, what you said when you was 15.
Right.
Because you felt nobody loved you and you was an atheist and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that. Imagine there was no redemption for you. You know what I'm saying? Or imagine that, when you was on that job, right? If that, you know what I'm saying, if a supervisor was on that job, and then, the supervisor that's over him is like, yeah, man, that he, you know what? He messed up a sandwich. He messed that sandwich up and then sent it out there and everything, with the sandwich being messed up, he was supposed to make a double quarter and he made a single quarter. No, man, you ain't going nowhere higher in this company. You gonna be the make bitch. You know what I'm saying? You ain't moving up no higher in McDonald's. You're not. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna stay down on that low level where the hell you at, because you never should have messed up that goddamn sandwich. You never should have done that. That's what Esau do. You know what I'm saying? Esau does stuff like that. Esau, so you'll be on a job and you don't know the job, because a lot of times you got to build speed. Because first you got to know what the hell you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And as you start to know what you're doing, then you build the speed up. Then, unless you're just going to be fast and you're going to be messing up real fast. You know what I'm saying? But then they'll say, no. See, there's a stigma. They put a stigma on. He's slow. Now, you done been there 2 years and all of that, and they still trying to stigmatize you with that.
No.
You see what I'm saying? And say, hey, even though you done became the baddest dude there, but no, they downplay that. You know what I'm saying? This is Edomite tactics. You know what I'm saying? They'll downplay that and use that for the reason why you're not getting a raise. You see what I'm saying? Even though they need you, right? Even though they need you, they'll use that for the reason why you're not getting a raise. Now, you can tell me whether they're right or they're wrong. Go ahead. Are they right or are they wrong?
You're wrong.
So when we do it, what are we? When black people do the same thing, what are we?
Wrong.
Yeah, you're damn right we're wrong. But see, here's the thing. We even more wrong than they are. They're doing it to an enemy.
Right.
We're doing it to a person that's supposed to be our friend.
Right.
Our brother, somebody we grow up in the damn hood with. Somebody who we have a commonality with. And we're doing that to him. You see what I'm saying? Now let's go to go ahead.
I was gonna say, just to finish that off.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Do nothing at all by injurious practice.
And see that? Do nothing at all by injurious practice. You know what I'm saying? Because see, here's the one thing that we do also, what Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians do also. We'll sit there and take the person that we done stigmatized and everything, and he do good. We won't give him the credit for that.
Right.
You know why? Because it makes us feel like we're wrong about this person. This person was just in a goddamn growing process or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But no, we hit him with the stigmatizing, the stigma real quick. You know what I'm saying? And then told others about it. So now they sit there looking at him that way too. You see what I'm saying? They looking at him through that lens also, to stop him up. But see, here's the thing. The people that do that, the Most High got a special thing for them.
Right.
Oh, he got something good for you. You know what I'm saying? And then some of the people that figured that they wouldn't have to drink of the cup is going to be drinking. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to drink of that cup themselves. The same humble pie that they said they're made for somebody else is the same damn humble pie. They're going to take a big ass bite of it.
That's right.
That's right.
And it might not happen today. It might not happen tomorrow. It might not happen next month, next year, whatever the case is. Oh, but it's sitting on that plate. You're going to be the one to take a bite of the shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead. Any more on that?
That was the end of the 6.
Okay. Now let's go to who was it? Okay, we didn't finish off Micah. Okay, let's go back to that. Micah 7 and 5. Think oppressors the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Envy not the oppressor and choose none of his ways.
That's right. Micah 7 and 5.
Chapter 7 and verse 5.
Chapter 7, verse 5. So ye not in a friend, but ye not a covenant in a guide.
Right.
Keep the door of thy mouth from her that lies in their bosom.
What did it say? Read that part again, that end part.
Keep the door of their mouth from her that lies in their bosom.
And that lieth in thy, to keep the mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. Stop pillow talking. That's what it's pretty much saying. Don't pillow talk. That's what that scripture is actually saying. Because in reality, a brother that pillow talks with a woman, he trusts that woman. You know what I'm saying? And to keep it all the way real, that woman ain't your friend. I'm just keeping it all the way above. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I know that when I was younger, for some reason, I say, man, most of these men get these women, they lie in the bosom. He'll tell them all the deep secrets, everything, not to know anything about all the evil you done did. And
Right.
she's your enemy, now she's riding on.
Yeah, exactly. She put it right on the shelf.
Right.
She put it on the shelf, you know what I'm saying, and use it as a nuclear weapon for later on. You know what I'm saying? To try and destroy you. I done heard of situations where, dude let this woman know where the stash was at. And the woman go in the stash and brought the stash to the police station. Y'all heard of that stuff before? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She never should have known where the stuff was even at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, she knew where it was at. Had the key to get in the safe. Go ahead.
His sister's brother go when he robbed the bank, I think. She found out that it was a $40,000 reward. She turned him in.
Yeah. It's been women that's turning their own sons.
Yeah, money. Huh?
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it ain't even got to be no money on the table. I remember a situation where one of my buddies got, shot. The dude tried to log and tried to take his whole head off because he was with, the dude's mom, and then they ended up splitting up. And she gonna lie and cry and lie to her little young goony son, you know what I'm saying, and told him that he hit her. And he flew off the damn handle and everything. And he came from around my apartment building. I heard the shots. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there. I had just woke up at literally 3 minutes before that happened. I was, how you wake up sometimes and you don't just get up right, right quick. You just lay there for a little second. I was laying there and I heard douche, 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 douche. You know what I'm saying? That was the sound of a 45 hitting his tinted windows. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing that saved his life is the fact that, he was around my age. He had a gut. So he didn't ride up. He didn't go up on the steering wheel. He was, because his gut, he kicked back a bit. And dude shot where he thought his head was going to be because his windows was tinted so dark. You know what I'm saying? If he had been slimmer and roller, that would have been all this. All this would have, been just. But instead, one of the bullets went through his hand, went through his neck, and the other one came through and knocked his nose damn near completely off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, his head swole up the size of a, you know what I'm saying? The size of a damn Moabite. Yeah, a big head Moabite. Let me see. It's 8:43. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? His head swole up huge, but now guess who turned him in? His mama. The same person he did that for. You know what I'm saying? The same person he did that for. Then you got all these people talk about black women is just so unprotected. There ain't no better fighting women on the damn planet. Right. So I'm not trying to hear that. I don't hear that, you know what I'm saying, that, she's the most unprotected and all of that. What they really pretty much saying is go and die for us. You know what I'm saying? Go and die for us, regardless of how we act. Defend us. You know what I'm saying? And in reality, you're not defending them. What you're defending is what they doing. So if you defending what the hell they doing, guess who ain't with you? Right. The Most High is not with you. You know what I'm saying? And that stuff happens all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? With some dude trying to raise up. I just seen a clip where another brother got killed trying to break up a damn fight. He was some type of, he was a boxer, and the dude's into it with his woman. And that's the wrong thing to do. You don't need to interfere with that. Go ahead.
You know, I'm getting scared. You won't mess with no woman outside the truth.
Say
I'm
that,
so scared. You won't try to mess with no sister not in the truth.
you know,
results gonna come up.
way I look at it, you know what I'm saying? You know, all kind of potential to do, you know what I'm saying, messed up stuff out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's all type of damn potential and everything. I mean, the way I look at it, you know what I'm saying, you don't solely put your trust in no broad. I don't give a damn what she is. I'm just keeping it all the way a buck. You know what I'm saying? You don't put no trust like that in your own mama. You know what I'm saying? What did Big say? He said something like, your old mama set that ass up, hoodie and masked up, or something like that. Remember that lyric that the Big said? She'd be waiting in the bushes, waiting to light that ass up. Real talk. I don't put no trust in no woman.
Right.
I don't give a damn who she is.
Right.
It doesn't matter to me.
I don't want to
You know what I'm saying? Because I know, you know, that type of wicked potential still lies within. And that just is what it is on that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you know, any more? What scripture was we just at?
Michael.
Okay, yeah, just keep going. Yeah. You read that part again, as a matter of fact.
Trust ye not in the friend, but ye not confident in the guide. Keep the door of their mouth from her that lie in their bosom.
Yes, keep their mouth from her that lies in their bosom, because there's a lot of stuff that women shouldn't know. She don't need to know what, you know what I'm saying? She don't need to know every damn thing that you know what I'm saying? I mean, damn, it's funny because a lot of other races, they understand that.
Right.
You know, so they ain't even got to really be taught that. You know, they know, look, a woman should be in a woman's place. What does that mean? What does that mean?
A woman should play a woman's place?
Yeah.
She should mind her business.
Yes, mind the things of women.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not try to get involved with, you know what I'm saying, the politics or whatever of your situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or anything like that. She shouldn't have to know about, you know what I'm saying, all the dealings of this. She need to know her damn role and just be doing that. You know what I'm saying? And also be mindful of how she is actually representing you. She need to be mindful of those things. And if y'all got kids, you need to be taking care and rearing and raising those children.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You handle all the, you know what I'm saying? And she don't, because the only thing she gonna bring in it is confusion. Because for one thing, she envies you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know they call it penis envy? She envies you.
Oh yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I read that in psychology, penis envy.
Yeah. You ever notice, you know, whenever there's a heightened black awareness movement or anything like that, right? Black business, right? Ain't that a thing that's trying to kick off real tough? More black businesses, right? No, she'll say black woman business.
Right.
Separating herself from you and putting herself in competition with you.
Right.
That's why they're taking over jobs like trucking and things like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're doing that. And you know, I just saw, a matter of fact, I just saw a post that remember the woman that played Max on Living Single?
Yeah.
Remember her?
Yeah.
Well, she made a post, I think it was on her Instagram or something like that. She said only 5% of lawyers in America are black, and only 2.5% of them are women. Now, 2.5 is half of 5%. Is my math off? That's 2.5. 2.5, you know what I'm saying? 2.5 equal 5. Go ahead.
I think the way she might have been trying to chop up that pie, though, if you got, you know, all these lawyers, 5% of all the lawyers are black.
Right.
So you got maybe, just throw a number out there, just say 200
Okay.
black lawyers.
Right.
2.5% of that are women. I think that's
no. What she's 2.5 is actually, you know what I'm saying? That's 2.5. You know what I'm saying?
But of that 5% though, so like not
2.5% of 500 would be 250.
No.
That's half.
But I don't think she meaning half.
No, what she's saying is there's not, she wants it to be, 4.5 to where it's just 0.5 left of black men.
But I think she was just saying 2.5% of the population of black lawyers are women.
Yeah, which it means half.
No, 2.5 of that population.
Of 5%.
Of that 5%. So
Yes.
if that 5% those 200 black lawyers, she's saying that 2.5 of that 200.
That would be 100. That would be half of that.
I don't think that's what she's saying.
We'd have to, because see,
right.
the point, something goes on a scale from like 1 to 10. Like if I said I have $2.5 million, right? I'm saying I have $2.5 million,
right.
which is 1/2 of 5 million.
But if I just wanted 2.5% of your 2.5 million.
Well, that would be, you'd have to go into half of that 2.5.
I mean, it'd be a lot smaller percentage. Like,
yeah, it would be from 5 if you starting off at 5. Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So she ain't calling for like half of it like that, or even like.
No, she's saying that half. Well, actually, a lot of people don't know the decimal, system like that. That's why nobody said anything about it. You know what I'm saying? 2.5 of anything. If I have $2.5 million, that means I have $2,500,000, which is half of 5 million.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So 2.5, percent of 5% of the lawyers, that's half of the lawyers being black women.
It's like, I just don't think she's talking about that number.
No. Here's the thing. No, she's talking about that number, but see, what she's saying is there should be way more of us, kicking us out. Yeah, kicking out the black men.
If anything, I think she's saying it because if anything, she's trying to say if there's half of the black lawyers are women. I think that number is a lot smaller.
She said only though, as if, you know what I'm saying, if it's okay, if 5% of us, and then, but only, 2.5 is women. She's saying pretty much that it should be more female lawyers than it is black men lawyers. That's what she's saying for real. You see what I'm saying? Actually, it's to push us out. That's what it is. And they're doing this in every damn thing else too. You know what I'm saying? When I worked at first worked at KFC, wasn't no damn female fry cooks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when I worked at the KFC in Indianapolis, it was a lesbian back there. You see where I'm going with this, right?
Right.
Trucking industry.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Before we back in the 70s and the 80s, it wasn't even really a whole lot of black truckers like that. But the 90s came around, early 2000s, a lot of black male truckers, but now black females are into the trucking industry to what? To do what? To push us the hell out of it. That's what it is. It's not for us. We're not coming together in that. Black men get a food truck, and then the black woman say, no, black woman own the food truck. And you can't build with somebody that's in competition with you. It just is what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I mean, and then those would be the same black women that say, I love black men. When they say they love black men, that's talking about they look at you like a candy bar, a hamburger. You know what I'm saying? What other purpose do you have with a candy bar and a hamburger other than to eat it? Right. You know what I'm saying? Do you really want to benefit the hamburger that you eat? Do you want to benefit the Big Mac? You want to benefit that? No, you want that thing to benefit you, fill your belly, and it's gone. And you take it and wrap it, ball the paper up and throw it in the damn trash. You see what I'm saying? Well, that's the way that we're looked at in this society right there, right here. And with that being said, we are the ISUPK coming out of 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York, and the commanding Jenny Honda. Pay your tithes, support this truth, support the men that are out here battling and fighting for you. And with that being said, I'm about to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Amankabar.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shut themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, you can find in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ishor. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department and teach it. The priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amounts you would like. While the website is still currently shut down, let me just check the status on this real quick. The main website, ISUPK.com and ISUPK.org, are currently still under construction. If you have the Zelle app, you can still go to the first name Israelite School, last name UPK, email ties@isupk.com. Let's see. For the contact page, you can contact any school that you have that you're actually all right. So it looks like isupk.org. Oh, that part's still kind of okay. Get in contact with the school near you if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. If you need help getting in contact with that school, you can give any other school a call, and we'll connect you with them. Any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, it's like your high holy day, September 25th at sundown to September 26th at sundown, memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. Again, get in contact with the school near you, see what travel arrangements you need, donations, any provisions that need to get met. Keep in contact. Any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. It means your boots, your shirt, your pant, your headband, and or scarf. With that, Amadi, which means stand, Wapan Yakudam, turn the face to the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. You can find it in Matthew chapter 6, verse 8 through 13. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemai, Kodash, Ayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Lakwaka, Taba'ah, Artazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Baratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Ashaman, Nadandanawa, Lakam, Ko, Yawon, Wasalachlanawa, Kabawatnawa, Kasalachnawa, Kabawatinawa, Wala, Tabianawa, Panasawan, Bo, Hawshanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wa'ala, Wa'ata Parak, La'ulam, Naman. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. Pray to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Barak Lanawa, Wayah Shalom, Wabayah, Sapari, Barak, Rapa'ah, Magdan, Hagdan. At this time, if you say the name of a loved one once, and we'll repeat that name once. If you're on social media with us, say the name of a loved one and send the prayers up with you. For time's sake, Salaki, just for time's sake for the moment, Israelite School UPK,
Israelite School UPK,
all of Israel.
all of Israel. All of Israel.
All of Israel.
All ISUPK.
All ISUPK. Bashim Yahushai.
Hashem Yahushua.
Tuad Aman.
Tuad Aman.
In English. Lord, in the name of Yahushai.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us and Israel.
Bless us and Israel.
In the school.
In the school.
Bless.
Bless.
Heal.
Heal.
Shield.
Shield.
Protect.
Protect.
Our loved ones.
Love.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven
And all things living.
and all things live.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushua.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and
He
curses.
was cursed.
And punishment and destruction
Destruction.
to the heathen that speak against us.
Against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets.
The teachers. The princes.
Princes.
The priests.
Priests.
Israelite brothers.
Israelite brothers.
In the school.
In the school.
Send evils and curses.
He was cursed.
And punishment and destruction
Destruction.
to the heathen.
The heat.
And shake loose
Shake loose.
the treasure of the rich of
Israel.
Israel.
The virtue of Israel.
I refuse to give to the school.
Refuse to give to school.
False their riches.
Those are rich.
Send to thy
Our
sanctuary.
sanctuary.
Send evils and
He
curses.
was cursed.
And punishment and destruction
Destruction.
to the Edomites and the nations, they drug dealers, court system, prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, high school comitaism, gay movement, lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airways, and the cable access channel, and the radio channel. Convict the spirit of any of our people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer, the Yahushua, Michael and Gabriel, from down the flying saucers, punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy words. Cause it to be known by all that it's the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause it to shake it that coming. And then Yahushua, thank you always. So be it. So out to the front, men of Israel, Mighty Shabbat, Mighty Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatam. Yazmatah, courtesy salute for the sisters. If you got a sister in the room with you, saw it to the sister, turn to the sister. Men of Israel, Mighty Shabbat, Mighty Barak, Yahweh Shamar Latam Bashim Yahushua, Yazmatah, class dismissed.